What is up, podcast land? What is up? It's a new year. Happy motherfucking new year, y'all. If you excited about the new year, make some motherfucking noise right now. I am too hyped on the podcast today. But I just want to officially welcome you all back to Beats by Drag with Jaron, a podcast from Odilla where we talk about drag, the hottest indie music, and pretty much anything else that's on my mind each and every other week. I'm Jaron, drag super fan and avid indie music listener, and I am apparently pumped up to be back with you all this week to talk about all of the coolest moments that happened in the Drag Race Queendom over the past 2 weeks, and also to jam out with you all to only the hottest and dopest indie music. All right, y'all. So like I said, it is a new year, y'all, and I absolutely love this time of the year because it is absolutely a time for us to reassess, reevaluate, renew, revitalize. What other words out there drop into my spirits right now? Come on now. Revamp. Re-kick. Redip. We doing all the re's out here. But honestly, y'all, I love this time of the year because at the top of every year, I just like to think about the goals that I want to set for myself this year and what mantras I want to guide me as I go throughout this year. And for this year of 2023, my mantra is I think y'all already know I want some fuck shit right now. My mantra for 2023 is miss me in 2023 if it ain't about a bag. If a bag ain't involved when it comes to love, when it comes to a situationship, if a bag ain't involved, you can miss me. You can miss me with that because I'm done with that. I'm done. No. Honestly, y'all, I actually do. On a serious note, I have a few questions for us that I just want us to consider on today's episode as we're kickstarting this new year. And the first question is, are we honoring? Do y'all like that serious voice? Why I switch so quick though? The first question is, are we honoring the visions and the purposes that have been placed into our hearts? Yes, y'all. The answer is yes. And I think oftentimes we kind of just lose sight of our purposes, of the visions that have been placed into our hearts by a higher power, by the universe. And in this year, I am purposely realigning with the purpose that has been placed into my heart, and I'm intentionally doing that. And I think oftentimes it's easy for us to lose sight of those visions and those purposes due to the plethora of distractions out there. You know, the distractions could be a job that we're not passionate about. It could be a situationship that's sucking up all of our energy. I know y'all feel me on that one. Or it could just be that latest bingeable TV show. Speaking of, Harlem season 2 drops next month. Who else out there watching with me? But this start of 2023 is a perfect time for us to, like I was saying, realign with our purpose and do the work to fulfill it. And that work could look like a lot of different things. For me, it is being purposeful about the work, being intentional about the work, having a to-do list and staying to that to-do list and giving myself reachable goals. But I was actually listening to a podcast, or rather an interview that Beats by Drag fave Mo Hart gave, and in it she said, and I'm paraphrasing, but she said that if you treat your passion like a career, not a hobby, it will flourish like a career, not a hobby. Blew my mind away. But in this year, I want y'all to join me in treating our purposes, our passions as a work in a way, as fulfilling work, be it, but not treating it like a hobby. And let's watch that purpose work flourish this year, this 2023 year. I know y'all feel that. I know y'all feel that. Let's watch it flourish. But the second question that I have for us on the podcast today, on this good episode of the podcast, the second question is, are we treating ourselves with compassion in 2023? The answer again is yes. But listen, we're all learning, and oftentimes each day offers a new lesson for us to receive and internalize. But honestly, y'all, sometimes we make mistakes out there on this journey of life, but our mistakes are absolutely a setup for a come up. Did y'all like that? A setup for a come up, y'all. A setup for a come up. And another Beats by Drag fave, Yana Van Zant, she says it's unloving to ask yourself to do something that you don't know how to do. And when we find ourselves disappointed in a choice we made or an action we took, maybe, let's treat ourselves with compassion and love in 2023, with the understanding that when you know better, you do better. Why am I talking like that today? You know, I'm trying to flow. I'm trying to flow today. I'm trying to flow. But yes, we need to have that understanding. But also, we don't need to be repeating toxic cycles out here in 2023. I'm challenging myself not to repeat the toxic cycles, and we're gonna do that work. We're gonna do that work in 2023. And speaking of toxicity. The last question that I have for us on the podcast today is, and this is a serious one, are we trusting scrubs in 2023? The answer is absolutely the fuck not. We are not trusting scrubs in 2023, y'all. We are not. We can't do it anymore. We can't let these fuckboys mess up our energies, our vitalities, our happinessities. And listen, it's okay for us to be honest and truthful with ourselves when someone we really liked, turns out to be a scrub. We can be honest with ourselves and realize in that moment of honesty that we need to exit. We need to exit the situation, and that's okay to make that mistake sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got the rest of the year, and another person could come right on in and take the place of that fuck boy, that scrub. But on that note of vibes, purposes, realigning, I'm actually gonna spend some vibes for you all for 2023 that I feel like will just set the mood right, set the vibe right for 2023. And for today's episode of the podcast, I am so excited about these tunes because I absolutely feel like they are the right tunes for this year, 2023. And first up, we have a tune from rising R&B singer Sintoria, who I actually randomly came across on Instagram via an ad that she was singing on. And I instantly, in that moment, I sent it to all of my friends because I was just like, who is this person with this beautiful, amazing voice? And I eventually found her after, some Insta stalking, which I do occasionally. I found her and I got all the way into this bop that I'm about to spin for you all. But it's titled Good Look. And it's all about appreciating the blessing there is sometimes of a relationship that you want it to work out, not necessarily working out. Catch that. And I feel like this song is a reminder that we have the opportunity to reframe in 2023 and walk in gratitude in every moment. But we're about to get into Good Look. But of course, you can always listen to this song on the Beats by Drag 2023 playlist. That's new. Beats by Drag 2023 playlist. Just search Beats by Drag on Spotify. And let's go ahead and vibe with Sintoria. And when we come back, we'll get into this week's Drag Race Rundown. Beats by Drag is an Odilla podcast. The theme song You is by Adrian Cabrera.